Greetings everybody. I think this is my third time to get it right for recording this video for you guys. Anyways, just leaving you guys a couple of tips for the Medela Freestyle, I believe it is. Anyways, I'm seeing some reviews where this piece, once you turn it on, the equipment itself, it actually acts intermittently and shuts off and after following a couple of seconds. What I think that's a couple of contributors for that is I believe that some people might be striking it or dropping it too hard or bumping it against the wall or the countertop or anything of that nature. Just be very, very, very careful. This is a sensitive piece of equipment internally. Those parts can suffer a little bit of damage if you bump it too hard against something, causing the piece of equipment to become inoperative. Also, the manufacturer's instructions specifically say to never ever submerge this tube or get it wet in any form or fashion. There's to never be any water inside these tubes at all. If you are the person that's doing that, it's unfortunate. I feel sorry for you, and it's an unfortunate situation, but if you did do that, there's a potential that the water did intrude to your piece of equipment and cause damage internally to the Medela Freestyle pump. So be careful with that. Never, ever, ever submerge this tube in any form of water, liquid of any kind. It never needs to be really cleaned or anything like that. Just if you don't believe me, refer to the manufacturer's instructions. Really quick, I just wanted to explain to you guys also a really quick tip to keep moisture out of that line, other than not dipping it in water itself. And I clean my wife's parts to ensure that this flange area here, this yellow portion here, not on the other side. I have it not completely set in on purpose for illustrations of this video, for the video, but ensure that this cavity here is completely dry, and then ensure this cavity here is completely dry. If you're interested to know, there's never a continuous flow of air going through these tubes specifically. What happens is once you assemble these two parts, I'm not going to assemble it correctly and I'm not going to set the flange all the way down, but once you assemble these parts completely all together and you get this product here, this finished product here, once you set the yellow tube port there and plug it in, it creates a suction inside this cavity hole here. What that does is if you pay attention while the pump's operating, you'll see that yellow flange go up and down, up and down. That's what's essentially creating the suction onto your chest, and then pulling the milk and then putting it into this the reservoir, the cavity here down below. So there's never really a continuous flow of air if you're just interested to know how it operates. But if you get moisture into this tube and it eventually makes its way into the pump, you will damage it. Hopefully this helps you out. This video helps you out and keeps your piece of equipment operating for a lot longer. We love it. Never had really any big issues with it at all, actually. Keep it charged and never submerge the tube, and keep those two areas clear of water and fluid. All right, guys, have a blessed day.
Okay, so I hate leaving bad reviews, but I have reached out to Medela customer service. It has not been a good experience. So let's first talk about this breast pump. This breast pump turns on. See, it has a full battery, and then nothing happens when you press the button to make it start. It starts and then it turns off immediately within the first like 2 seconds. See, that time it didn't even barely start. So I emailed them. The guy says, oh yeah, you can get a replacement because it's under warranty, but you have to call us. So he gave me the number and I tried calling. Not a good experience. First of all, you have to press the number at the exact right time in order to get put through. I don't know how much time I spent trying to even connect with someone to actually have a conversation. Then when I finally get to connect with somebody, guess what? She can't hear me. Supposedly. I don't know. She couldn't hear anything I was saying. I just had a conversation with my mother this morning. There's nothing wrong with my phone. Everything works fine when I talk to somebody else. What's the deal? I don't know. But it was not a good experience. So Medela, however you say it, please get me a new breast pump because this is ridiculous. This breast pump is not even 60 days old. Not cool.
All right, so my baby was in the NICU for 3 weeks, and I am a mom that primarily pumps. I got 2 wearables. I have the Mom Cozy M5, and I have the Medela Freestyle. So the biggest difference for me, for the part that you actually have up against you, the flanges and everything, is the Mom Cozy is silicone, so it's really comfortable. It's really comfortable and squishy, and just kind of suctions to you and tries to imitate that of your baby. And then the like the electronic part, the battery for the pump, it goes here, and you wear the whole thing. The Freestyle, it is hard plastic, very uncomfortable. And then the pump, it's corded on, so a little less discreet and wearable. I will say that the Medela has the added benefit of being a reliable pump company. So it has a powerful pump. It works just like the Medela plug-in one that I have, the InStyle. And then the Mom Cozy, I've had a lot of issues with their motors. They I've had actually 3 die in the past 3 weeks. So if only I could combine these two and have the reliable, durable motor and the comfortable Mom Cozy cup. Anyways, hope that helps.
So this is the Medela Freestyle. It has a button on the side that you can hold. You can easily hit the button on. It's all touch screen. It counts up for you until you get to the first minute, and then it'll hold that minute until the next. And then you need to press all the settings, and it'll pause and hold your time. I already emptied one of my milks, but I will show you that you just easily pull this up, and then you can take it apart. So this is the part where we took it apart from there. So to disassemble it, we flip to the bottom side, and then we easily can pop it open. Better if you don't have bad nails. And then it disassembles into 3 different parts. And then this guy pours directly from this top part. So when you go to pour, be wary of that. And it also comes with little bags and a lanyard so that you can walk around with it around your neck.
It just shut off. I didn't touch anything. Yeah. It just keeps dying out of nowhere. So frustrating. And it goes again. 3 times in 40 seconds. It just dies, and it's plugged into the charger. It just stops working.
De intentar cargarlo, sin embargo, no volvió a generar la carga. Lo estoy haciendo con el cargador original. Al momento aquí de conectarlo, se supone que ya debería generar acá la carga y no muestra ninguna señal de que esté cargando. Al momento de prenderlo, esto es lo único que suena pues que está descargado, pero no genera ninguna carga al extractor.
There is some water inside. It looks like it was used already.
Definitely used.
Not clean. And bottles are even with water inside. And you can see it's not clean. Like, disappointed, honestly.
Nasty text to my husband. The hug came out. Nasty hug. We've all had some hurtful exchanges, but not one person here. But I would respect a text over you saying things on TV. But everybody have negative things. Everybody has said something negative about one another on this show. Right. Can you imagine you calling your husband cussing him off your text? No, your Jim would never do that. Exactly. I never want to be in a position.
This is the Medela cooler bag that I ordered. After seeing the bottles and the ice pack that it comes with fit just fine, I was curious to see if it would fit frozen milk. It fits 3 bags in the front and 1 in the back, along with the 2 bottles that it comes with. It zips up just fine with no bulkiness or any issues with zipping.